Hi everyone and welcome to this Edmodo training course. My name is Juan Pablo and I'm going to very briefly describe what this training is about. I also want to give you a brief description of the organization of the training course and some of the activities you will have to do. So over here I have a very short introduction, kind of a motivation for training, and here I have like a better description and a longer introduction to the training. I divided this group into 4 small groups. In the first group that I decided to call Sharing Thoughts group, it's the group in which participants will mainly express their opinions or make comments on assignments or different tasks they will have to do. This is mainly a way to share experiences, points of view, opinions. It's also a group to congratulate other people or just to let other people know that they're doing a great job. The first small group that I have here that I decided to call Get Started Signal Y, it's mainly to make people familiar with some basic concepts. So in this part of the training course, they will have 3 main tasks. In the first task, they will have to read a couple of documents and they will have to get some basic ideas about flipped classrooms and some instructional strategies. Then in the second task, it's a kind of quiz in which they will have to answer some questions about things like what are your ideas in your classroom. So it's basically to get participants' opinions and ideas. Okay, good. So here they have 3 tasks, as I mentioned. In the last task, they will have to share the key concepts and share a little bit about their experiences and their attempts to flip their classroom. So this is basically to share some experiences. Good. The second small group I decided to call Is the Features Try Your Own. In this small group, students will try to get acquainted with some more common admitted features. And in the first part, they will have to go to the help center, choose one of the features, and the task is basically here. I have it here. Is to choose one simple feature and summarize it in 5 sentences, and why it could be very useful and how they will implement it. That's the first task. The second task is a poll, and the third task is again a contribution to the Sharing Thoughts group in which they will have to share their thoughts and mention one very positive characteristic and one that is not so positive about the feature they decided to talk about. And they also have to ask one question about other features and see how the other group members answer those questions. Okay, and then my third small group, it's basically about the implementation and how they can start using those features, but maybe 1 or 2 of them. So in the first part, they have to, that's over here. In the first part, they have to explore the toolbar, and then they need to choose one of the basic features, write a couple of sentences describing what those features are all about. And then in task number 2, they need to choose one of the features and they need to implement it. They need to share that with other members of the group. They need to invite them and have them use it, and then share some thoughts on it. And then finally here, which is the last, reflection of participation in the sharing thoughts group, they will have to sorry they need to implement one of the features that they experience, and they will have to share some ideas about what it will take with them after trying some of the very, very basic features of Edmodo for a while. And they need to make some comments on the implementation they like the most. And then finally, they need to do the Edmodo training evaluation. So that's basically my idea of a training course. I know it still needs a lot of additional implementations and additional resources. I wish I could have included some sort of video conferencing or something like that, but since this is only an attempt, I hope it is clear enough and it matches the requirements of this kind of training. I would really appreciate any sort of feedback you have, and thanks for watching.